Hello everyone and welcome back to the Perfect French with Dylan. Today we are going to learn everything about the indefinite adjectives. In the book we are going from page 185 to 186. De 185 à 186. I am losing my voice a little bit, so please bear with me. What is an indefinite adjectives? We have the same in English and in French. And they're used almost the same way. You already know them, it's just you don't know the name for it. So there are other, certain, each, various, several, etc. It's just a big word of grammar for the one who don't like to study with grammar words, but it's very similar to the English one. They are very similar to the English ones. So what is an indefinite adjective? An indefinite adjective helps to describe a noun in a non-specific way. I'm sure that helps a lot. But what I'm going to tell you now is going to make the lesson 100 times better. For the indefinite adjectives, you don't have to know if it's going to be before or after the noun. There's nothing like that because they're all going to be before the noun. So with the bangs that we saw a few days ago, and this one, that's all the ones that are going to be before the noun. All the other one, after the noun. They all agree in gender and number with the noun, but they are very easy. It's basically just a S or a here and there. It's very easy. We are going to see each of them and then we are going to see one or two sentences. The first one, autre, autre. And then we have autre, 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 autre. But because they are before the noun, make sure to do the liaison if you have one that ends with a S. A plural one, make sure to add the liaison if the noun starts with a voyelle or with a silent H. In a sentence, est-ce que tu as un autre chargeur? Est-ce que tu as un autre chargeur? So here, est-ce que tu as un chargeur? Do you have a charger? It doesn't work. So, est-ce que tu as un autre chargeur? You have another charger. But it helps to describe the noun in a non-specific way. So you're not asking for a charger, a square one, white, or a specific brand. You're not asking for anything like that. You're just asking for another one. This is what in a non-specific way means. Now we have certain, 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 certaine, certain, certaine. Certaines personnes sont difficiles à vivre. Certaines personnes sont difficiles à vivre. Certain people are difficult to live with. It's just that in French we don't have the with, because we never add a sentence with a preposition. Okay, never. Sont difficiles à vivre. Certaines personnes sont difficiles à vivre. Now we have each, each. And each is very particular because we only have two, because chaque cannot be plural. So we have chaque and then we have chaque. Very easy. If you think in English, you never use each for a plural noun. Doesn't happen. So we have chaque jeu a ses propres règles. Chaque jeu a ses propres règles. Do you remember that we saw that? Propre. Because it's before, it means its own rule. But if it was after the noun, it would mean clean. We saw that 2 days ago, 2 lessons ago. Next one, various, we have divers, divers. Divers, divers. And because we're talking about a plural, we only have the plural. Very easy. Tu peux choisir entre divers matériaux. Tu peux choisir entre divers matériaux. Now, several. Plusieurs. Once again, it's going to be a plural because it's several. So, plusieurs, plusieurs. Masculine and feminine, it stays the same. L'association a reçu plusieurs donations. L'association a reçu plusieurs donations. Quelques. We have some and then we have a few. Quelques exists for any gender and number. We have quelques, 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 quelques. J'ai perdu quelques kilos. J'ai perdu quelques kilos. I lost a few kilos. Next one, such, like. And here we have tel, 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 and tel. I would not say that it's a formal way to speak, but it's definitely not also a casual way to speak. So make sure to recognize them, but honestly, I don't use that very often, personally. Let's see one sentence you're going to understand why I say that. On ne fabrique plus de telles machines. On ne fabrique plus de telles machines. We don't make such machines anymore. You see the type of sentence, such machines? It's not exactly how you will say it in everyday life, basically. So they're interesting to know because we still use them, but not as much as the other ones. The last one, all and every, which is tout. So we have tout, 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 tout. And we already saw this one. Let's see one. Il dort tout le temps. Il dort tout le temps. He sleeps all the time. Another one. Tous les indices ont été collectés. Tous les indices ont été collectés. All the evidence has been collected. Remember that I told you that indice in the lesson before the grammar course, actually. I told you that indice is always plural for us, preuve, indice, but evidence is always singular in English. Very interesting lesson. I had a lot of fun making that one. And this one, of course, as well. If you want to test yourself, you can do the exercise 3.15. And then you have quite a lot to review because you have a review of the futur simple and the futur proche, page 187 to 192. Only 3 exercises, 3.16 to 3.18. And then you have the review of the chapter 3, page 193. That's it for the chapter 3. Tomorrow we are going to start the chapter 4, obviously, with one of my favorite lessons to teach, the complément d'objet direct, COD, which is only big words for direct object. You already know it, you will see, very easy. So I will see you tomorrow. À demain.